All right, Pete. So welcome to Coach's Corner. How are you handling the lockdown?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Obviously, it's I try and limit my consumption of news and the media because it's scary times, and I can understand people of all ages are going to be scared at uncertain times. But just trying to educate myself, read a lot more, do a lot more arts and crafts, and spend time with my family.
That's good.
Things will settle in time.
You've been out for your daily exercise?
A little bit. I do go for a little walk around my village, sit outside, burn some incense, and just relax. And again, just read a few books.
Good. So, quick chat today about basketball, Aberystwyth Basketball Club. Do you want to give us a quick introduction to yourself? Obviously, you're Peter Alick. Position you played, who you played for, how long you've been playing. Do you want to give us a quick introduction?
I've played since for about 1993, 94. So I've been 13 or 14 years of age. I think I played primarily either a point guard or a shooting guard. Always been with Aberystwyth Basketball Club. Knowing yourself, Lee Coulson, you've always been my coach, Coulson. A lot of the players we've had at the club, I've kind of grown up with friends away from the court as well as on the court. And it's an extended family. Obviously I'm a bit of an old guard now, I'm a bit older, but we've got the younger players coming through. And I feel that because we've taken so much from the game, we have to give back as well, kind of educate and help the youngsters, because basketball is a sport, of course. There's also a teacher. There's a lot of lessons you can learn on the court that you can apply to real life as well.
I was reading through a few old clips in the Canberra News. I've told a few of you that I've been looking for you. And one of your nicknames was Pete Speedy Feet Alick. Do you want to elaborate a bit on that nickname?
Well, I would say in my earlier years, I'm 39 now, but in my late teens and early to mid 20s, yes, I could run really, really quick. My fitness was pretty good. I could jump quite high. But yeah, that's gone now. I can't run that quick as I used to.
One of the things I want to ask you is, what made you first get into basketball?
First into basketball, it would have been a few friends I grew up with in Penparky, again around 92, 93. Just literally a basketball on the courtyard, just bouncing it. Didn't really have a net or anything like that. But fortunately for myself and a few other people who, again, were just bouncing the basketball, as I kind of got into it, you were laying the foundations down for the Aberystwyth Basketball Club. I think I may have joined maybe 3 to 6 months after it initially began. But again, fortunately, I kind of grew, with the club. So I had somewhere to play, again, to meet friends, play basketball and shoot some hoops. So very, very fortunate there.
So you're one of the original West Coast Warriors then, is that fair comment?
Yeah, one of them. I'd say there's maybe a handful before me, but yeah, I'd say one of the first.
What would you say one of your most memorable moments in the club would be, or in the sport of basketball?
Most memorable is probably, if I look at it as from a player, it'd be when we've been in games where we've been playing our game the way we play our fast breaks. We're clicking, but we come across a team who are on the back foot, but they gather their own steps and they start hitting us, and they're getting the better of us, because the team is a competitive sport, and we've had to kind of dig deep. We've had to communicate, trust one another, and eventually start turning the tide again and coming back into the game. I think they're always brilliant moments, and
definitely.
As far as prior moments, as a bit older, is where when I've helped a little bit of coaching in the past, I think it was Nazim. He was asking me about a crossover.
For those people who might be new to the game, this is a demonstration of a crossover. It's when the ball goes from one side of the body to the other. It's you were talking about one of the players asking you about a crossover.
Yeah, it was but
which is one of your signature moves, Pete.
Well, I still enjoy obviously this cross using either hand. I could go into that when I obviously fractured my scaphoid, which kind of forced me just to dribble with my left. Again, I love the game so much. I couldn't play in the game, but just enjoyed bouncing my left hand. Ultimately, felt confident with either hand. But yes, but with Nassim, he asked me about a crossover, and I was saying if you cross to your one side, but your upper body goes the opposite, most defenders will lean with your upper body. And as soon as they attempt to recover, they come back at the right hand. Then if you cross, you usually get past the player, because it's one thing I've learned is if you get faked one way, you can recover and catch back up. But if you get faked a second time, it's pretty much impossible to recover. So but I saw Naz, he just went off the court bouncing it. There's these little crossover, and just seeing a lesson that I kind of mentioned to him, and him kind of incorporate it and develop a skill for himself, which he can then go forward and try out against players of his own age.
And you're talking about Nazim Bonamia, who
yes,
obviously plays for Wales and is one of our longest players playing for Wales. And he's grown with the game.
Yes.
And you've had a small input in that, which brings me on to my next question is, Aberystwyth Basketball Club, you said you've been with the club for a long time. What would you say one of the most important things about the club is?
I'd say it's very, very welcoming, first of all. Players of all ages and all skill sets are welcome at the club. Of course, you have players who've been there for quite a while, who developed their game. But then you've got players who are coming in, who just want to bounce a basketball. They just want to be with the players of their own age. So we've got a variety of skill levels across the board. It's just brilliant. Again, it's a learning environment to have fun.
And I think that's one of the key words here is about fun. It's about installing the fun aspect of the game, so people want to stay in the club. And like you said, you've been in it now from the age of 14 to 39. So it's
25 years.
Yeah, it's a long time. And finally, what advice would you have for anybody new thinking about taking up the sport of basketball or joining the club?
Just to have fun, to come along. You meet loads of great new people, and the coaches are wonderful. It's just made to have fun. It's not about, you don't go there, to win or to be the best. It's not about that. It's more just, it's literally to have fun.
Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Well, fingers crossed. We'll, when all this is over, we will be back on the basketball court, Pete, and we know that. Do you want to talk about your struggle? You've taken a bit of a break from basketball. Do you want to say anything to anybody who may be suffering anxiety as you do?
Well, I could say, obviously, with the way things are at the moment, I think anxiety throughout the world, it's very heightened. And a lot of people are obviously going to experience a form of agoraphobia, because with these unprecedented times, some people are going to find it difficult. I think it's just important to never feel that you're truly alone, because you aren't. There's people you can reach out to.
There's people in the club. There's people in the club that you can reach out to. Yeah.
But again, we've all been locked down now with this, the COVID-19 pandemic and things. But we've all been in touch, via the video chats online and things, and it's been brilliant.
Good.
We might not all be together playing basketball, but we're still. We're kind of still sharing that time with each other. It's very important. Yeah,
fantastic. Pete, I just want to say a massive thank you for joining us today. You're the first of the videos. So,
listening, I apologise for my little nuances and tripping up over my words. I get very, very nervous. Even now, my heart's going.
It's fine. You did really good, Pete. Thank you very much. Stay on the line. I'll have a quick chat when we finish. But good job. Thanks, Pete.
Cool. No worries. You take care.